Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead, and tonight's dinner is going to be another copycat meal. Well, the first thing it says is to take raw chicken and cut it into cubes, and then you're going to let it soak overnight. But this week is different, so we're going to do it things that we have already. So I had a can of chicken that I've had since 21. It's my last one, and then I'm going to take probably the rest of this, because you want the chicken completely covered in Italian dressing. And then I'm going to let it soak. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to let it soak until we start dinner at 3. So, who says we can't do it with our home canned stuff too? I'll be back later, and we'll see how the rest of it goes. Alrighty, so let's get to cooking. I've been marinating the chicken all day. And now I'm going to cook angel hair pasta. It says 8 ounces, but I've never made it before. I'm going to cook the whole 16 ounces. Believe it or not, I've never made angel hair. Isn't that weird? But I think if I add an extra little bit of Italian dressing, it should be fine. So this was a request from, oh my gosh, Kendra Full of Joy. And it is from Olive Garden. It's called Chicken Pomodoro, I think is how you say it. So we're going to make it our own. Just like with the chicken, it calls for 2 medium tomatoes diced. Well, guess what? I don't have any tomatoes, but I do have those little tomatoettes. And we're going to use those. I'm going to use what I have to make an amazing meal. It's all tomatoes, right? I mean, honestly, maybe I can use up this one container, and I'll just have one more to use up. I think it'll add color to the dish, and to me, a tomato is a tomato. I mean, I know there's slight differences here and there, but I don't think it should make that big of a difference. And there's going to be a few other things. I don't have fresh basil. We're not the biggest basil fans to begin with, so it will be dry basil. We're still going to make this a great dish. And like I said, why can't we have copycat things and make it something that it's affordable for us to make, and that we don't have to run to the store and get a million different things? You know what I mean? I don't know if that quite looks like 2 tomatoes. If I should open that other pack up or not. I am not quite sure. Maybe I'll steal a couple more from it. Why not? And then for sure we have enough. I've only, like I said, been to Olive Garden once or twice. Once was to take all my daughter-in-laws for a day trip. We just went out to lunch. And then I think me and Tom went one other time, I think. But AJ wants to go. He's never been there, and he's obsessed with going to Olive Garden. I think it's because he loves spaghetti so much. So I told him after our next date this Friday that, you know, somehow we'll get together and we'll go to Olive Garden and we can have our date. I'm sure someday he won't call them dates anymore. He'll be like, just hanging out with Grandma. So there's the tomatoes. Let's get this pasta stirred up. Look at that. Awesome. So then I figured I take this out of my freezer. It's not quite thawed out yet, but that's okay. It'll thaw out. I'm going to take that bag of carrots and beets, and we're going to heat that up. And that's going to be our side dish. So I'm going to put a little bit of butter in there. And I'm just going to put it on low. And then I'll season it when it gets thawed out a little bit. Trying to let my, I have a stick of butter over there that is trying to soften up as well. We're going to turn that down on low and kind of just let it get so it's thawed out. It's getting close. Alright, so once the spaghetti gets, well, angel hair gets done, I'll be back and we'll start to put this together, and we're going to do something else on the side too. Okay, so now the first thing we need to do is we need to marinate it in some olive oil. So we're going to do just that. We're going to turn the heat back on. Just on low. Tom won't be home for a while, so this will be a warmed up dinner. Alrighty. So now, I need something to hold my recipes up, I tell you. Doesn't work that well. So we're going to use garlic. I didn't get out my other measuring spoons, so that's alright, we'll use this one. It says 4 tablespoons, 4 medium garlic cloves. So I'm going to use maybe a tablespoon and a half. And it says we need a teaspoon of salt, which, you know, I'm just going to guesstimate it. Alright, and then we need Italian seasoning, which we need 3/4 of a teaspoon. Alright. And then it says we need 4 tablespoons of chopped basil. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do 1 heaping teaspoon. And it says we need 3/4 to a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So I'm just going to do a pinch. And we need our tomatoes. Just like that. Ooh. That improved it right there. Then I'm going to, it says to drain it, but I'm actually, because my chicken is already cooked, I'm going to add the entire thing inside there. And if we need more Italian dressing, I have some out. So if you don't have any chicken breast, but you have your canned chicken, there's no need that you have to run out and go buy chicken breast to make it. It also says to use a 1/2 cup of shredded Parmesan. So let's add that too. Alrighty. We're going to sprinkle that on there too. Hopefully you can see it. We're going to get that all stirred together. I know it's extra pasta, but you know what? I have 2 hungry men to feed, plus lunch to take the next day. So actually I'm going to add, and it says you can add it, I'm going to add more Italian dressing. Perhaps. Let's shake that up real good. Oh, now that looks nicer. How about that? That looked good. Alright, so I'm just going to cook that on low till it gets everything mixed together. And I'm going to bring you back and show you what else I'm going to do. Alright, so you kind of need to have garlic bread when you have pasta. So I'm doing poor man's garlic bread. I'm going to use just short of half a cup of parsley and a tablespoon of garlic powder and 8 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to get that mixed together. I don't know if I'd use that much parsley, but I actually used less than what they said. Alright, so now we're going to take our knife, and it says it'll make 8 pieces of bread. I don't imagine you need it awfully thick on there, but it says to do both sides. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Good thing I went to the bread store today. And we're going to get all that bread covered with our concoction here. I don't know how it's going to taste, but I think next time I wouldn't put as much parsley. Because to me it looks like all parsley and not garlic, you know what I mean? But you don't know until you do it. And that's how we learn. That's exactly how we learn. Alright, so let me get that all put on the bread. And I'm going to give this dish a taste. And I'm going to see what it tastes like. Because I'm kind of curious. I like anything with Italian dressing in it. So, let's give it a try. It's got a little piece of chicken in there too. Mmm. 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 That is good. Thanks for suggesting that, Kendra. So I'm going to finish doing all this bread, and then I'm going to put it in the oven, and it says 3 minutes, but I'm going to wait till it's crispy. Got the other stuff almost thawed out. I think we're going to have an awesome Copycat meal, and it didn't break the bank. That's always a good start. So I'm going to get this done, get it put in the oven, and let's see what everything looks like. Alright, so Tom is home, or on his way home, and so I'm getting everything warmed back up. I broke off a little piece of the garlic bread. Even with that much parsley, it's really, really good. So, I wanted to show you guys something. I had to swallow. I got 2 birthday gifts today. And I wanted to thank Serena. She got me... I was like, I didn't order anything from Amazon. She got me some really cute wooden spoons. Aren't they adorable? And then she's got something I've been wanting for a while. And that's the pizza cutter. It's one that just rocks back and forth so you don't have to roll it, and it's supposed to cut better. So, Serena, thank you very, very much for my birthday gifts. I truly appreciate it. So I'm going to get everything warmed up, and we will meet you guys at the table for a taste test. Well, hi, Tom.
Hello.
How are you?
Just wonderful.
This is a Copycat dish from Olive Garden.
Got a big piece of chicken right there.
And I made it from my canned chicken instead of chicken breasts that you cook up. That's angel hair pasta. I've never cooked it before.
It's good.
So can you taste the Italian dressing and all the spices in it? What do you think?
What?
He loves spaghetti, so try that garlic bread. It's poor man's garlic bread. What do you think?
That's really good.
Yeah? You want to try your veggies?
Look, I made a rabbit.
Oh my God. Shut up. I got 2 really nice birthday presents in the mail today.
Yeah?
What are you making it now?
You got longer ears now.
Oh, Lord. Try your veggies. That's the carrots and the beets. Those are good, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Came fresh out of our garden. What do you think, Jack?
They're really good.
Hey, hey. Alrighty, we're going to let them eat because obviously he's not putting his fork down for nothing.
Nope.
So, you guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing. And goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Jack.
Bye.
You guys have a wonderful night.